Welcome to the show, everyone. Today, we have two very, very dear friends of mine here on the show. We have Jason. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We have Gus. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. And we have this guy. I don't know what to say about this guy anymore.
Can you just please just welcome me to the show for once?
I guess if I have to.
Okay.
Freddie, welcome. Welcome to the show.
That's what I thought.
Our favorite internet troll.
I told you top 5
Favorite.
Okay.
I think we're at number 1 with you on this, especially on this show.
In your eyes. In your eyes.
So, Jason, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Good, man.
Really good.
I'm glad you're here, taking the time out of your day to come here onto the show here. Thank you very much.
Nah, I thank you for inviting me.
Good. Gus, how you feeling today?
I am great.
Are you?
I am.
Okay. I could see it just
3 days
bursting out of
off.
you.
I'm good.
I can see the excitement and greatness bursting out of you.
I'm
Bursting.
Not my choice of words, but
Freddie, how you feeling today?
don't worry about it.
Well, I'm not worried about it anymore. We're moving on.
Yeah,
moving on. Jason, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? If you watch the Marvel movies or DC comic movies, right?
So I would like to have the ability to make everybody colorblind.
Colorblind.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's interesting. And yeah, I actually do. I do like that a lot. That's eliminating that and everything. That would be, that's pretty good. That's deep. A lot of people wouldn't think of that real at first, but that is definitely good.
So my question for you is, would you be colorblind also, or would it just be everyone else is colorblind?
Everybody's colorblind.
Including yourself?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Yeah. Interesting. Gus, what do you got to say there?
No, I'm just trying to think of a
Just thinking of something?
So many.
There is.
The ability to time travel.
Wow.
Yes. Back and forward.
You know what? A lot of people said that to me before, and they're like, "No one's ever picked time travel. I would pick time travel." I'm like, "Okay, all right, relax."
On the brakes.
Well, for what reason? Why?
Mostly to go back.
Okay.
I like history, so I'd like to go back.
So if there could be a time frame or a time in the world which you would like to live in or visit, what would it be?
I don't know about live, but I like, Revolutionary War.
Yeah,
that
Revolutionary
area.
War. That's interesting.
I couldn't live in it.
So you just go back and watch?
Well,
You'd be the watcher, the time traveler watcher.
I couldn't. I definitely couldn't live in those times.
That'd be rough.
I take for granted, running water.
Yeah,
air
stuff like
conditioning.
that, the amenities and everything. Myself would be like the 1920s, 1930s, stuff like that. I think there was a good time, and it was also a bad time as well. But I mean, pros and cons for everything. But
People didn't live as long then either, but I mean,
healthcare and all that stuff has changed in the world. So I think that's helped out.
would you bring them medicine?
Would I bring them medicine?
Would you bring modern medicine to the 1920s?
But that would be changing the time.
Yeah. It's like
Would it
you
though?
could do that. Would it be better or worse? I don't know, man. I've seen.
Would we be more advanced now than we would then?
Oh man, I don't know.
The butterfly effect.
Yes, the butterfly.
Yeah,
Yes,
pretty much
correct,
the butterfly
yeah.
effect.
Yeah, the butterfly effect.
Very interesting. I don't know, man. That's something that would be something for another discussion of
Yeah,
another
yeah,
episode.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. I really think so.
That goes with time travel though too. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I think of Back to the Future. Whenever I think of time travel and with that, he has that almanac, and
let me
That's
ask
what I
you a
was going to
question.
say. Being a gambler, I would definitely want to go back and
yeah. Place your bets, everybody.
change a couple of things. Betting.
I'm gonna guess you drove your vehicle 60 miles per hour and
My
tried
DeLorean?
to
My
gun
DeLorean.
it to 99 and
was it?
what was it, 90?
Nah, it was like 88. I think.
Oh yeah, gun it to 88. Yes.
88 miles per
Was
hour
it?
in a
Yeah,
flex
DeLorean.
Yes.
It was the DeLorean. Oh yeah, we're probably getting this all wrong. People are gonna be in the comments.
Not
It's like,
88 miles.
no, it wasn't. It was this and that. And I'm like, all right, man, that's cool.
No, I
But
think it was the DeLorean.
I learned something from them. So Jason, recently you just came back from a trip.
Yes.
Where did you go?
I went to Las Vegas. Me and my
Ooh.
wife.
Ooh, Las Vegas. I have yet to be in there. I would like to go. How many times have you been there?
That was my first time.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And how did you like it?
I had a good time. I'm not gonna, yeah, I enjoyed everything. So we actually went economical. We flew out of Philly,
Okay.
Spirit, bought the larger seats, which were more comfortable.
Absolutely.
And then on the way back, we flew Frontier. We pay for the larger seats, but you actually pay for the space. The seats are all the same, but you still get the space.
Was it non-stop flight?
Non-stop, definitely.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I really hate those layovers.
Yeah. How long did that take?
5 hours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 5 hours and some change.
Was that a long flight?
On the way to, it's pretty long, but on the way back, most of the flights that leave Vegas around 10 o'clock. So
At night?
it's, 10 o'clock at
Like-
night. So
like
you'll
40
leave
minutes
Vegas 10 o'clock. I think that's Pacific time. And you get back Eastern time, sometime in the morning around 6.
Did you have some time lag there going with the different time
not
zones?
really. Not really. I mean, if any time lag I probably felt was maybe a day and a half later or something like that. But the actual feel of time lag, I didn't feel it.
Hey, you know what I mean, right? Like with the
The
time
jet
lag.
lag?
Yeah, jet lag.
Yeah, jet lag. I know what
because
you
there's
was
different
talking
time
about.
zones.
You're so excited when you get there,
Yeah.
but when you come back, you're like,
Yes.
I guarantee
You're worn out.
I
You're
guarantee
drained.
you,
Oh, man.
your first time, right? At some point, whether it was the airport or when you landed, you're like,
Yeah.
man, I can't wait to go back. Can't wait to go back.
I'm like that now only because of a lot of the things that I wanted to do, I didn't get a chance to do. So the best experience that I had was actually seeing real mountains. So we're not talking about Pennsylvania mountains. We're talking about real mountains.
Real mountains.
And
Yeah.
it's something to see. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I basically stayed 20 minutes from the strip.
Wow.
I stayed at a resort, Red Rock Canyon Resort,
Okay.
and it's actually the background is the Red Rock Canyon.
Yeah.
So that was, I talked to a lot of people about where I stayed. A couple of guys that I talked to, they're actually going to go to the same place because it's a beautiful place. I'm not going to lie to you. It's really beautiful.
I'll have to check that out. That would be something I'll have to look into when I decide to go to Vegas.
Okay.
I would like to go to Vegas, even though that I feel like it's kind of like Atlantic City, even though that we're so
No,
close.
no,
it's-
no.
it's-
it's,
not
like,
even-
it's like
you can't even-
Disneyland.
Yeah,
for adults.
it's-
times,
yeah.
10, times 10.
So Atlantic City
Yeah.
is Atlantic City and Las Vegas is Las Vegas.
I got you. They're two
Yeah,
different things.
so it's-
Even though they
yeah.
have casinos.
Yeah,
and all
it's
that.
actually no comparison whatsoever.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have
And
to
if-
see it myself.
Yeah.
If you ever go, you want to stay on the strip.
Okay. So
You're still a young guy. You want to stay on the strip.
Well, because he's a younger guy.
Yeah, you want to.
Yeah. So for people with families and stuff like that, I would recommend where I stayed at because we know with the new laws that passed, we got marijuana everywhere. Now we even have it in New Jersey. And if it was one thing that I say I disliked about it was on the strip, everywhere you went,
you smelt it.
24 hours a day.
That's crazy.
Yep.
No break from it.
Yeah.
And where we stayed at was more family oriented. So therefore I didn't smell or see
Good.
or any
Good.
of that.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Something I'll have to look into.
yeah, also real quick where we stayed, it had a indoor bowling alley,
Oh wow.
full bowling alley, a full movie theater, a full food court, and it also had a casino in itself. So actually I didn't have to go to the strip at all. But that was my first time there. Of course, you want to go to the strip and experience whatever things that's on the
They
strip.
would say first time must go to the strip first time.
First time you have to go to the strip
have
just to
to.
experience.
There's
yeah. So if I was to go back, now I'm going back more or less Grand Canyon, Red Rock Canyon, trying to just to enjoy the sights and all the things that's there. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I lived in Arizona, and there was Sedona, and that was with the Red Rock and all that stuff.
Okay.
I went there. I never got a chance to go to the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
I would like to go. Well, that'll be another time for when I do go out there again.
Okay.
So that's something definitely to check out.
Okay.
So Gus, you obviously seem to be an avid frequent flyer.
I've been there a couple times. Yes,
A couple times?
I've been 7 or 8 times,
Ooh.
and tentatively scheduled to go next month.
Oh, interesting, man. That's cool.
Yeah, so
Where you staying?
I am staying at Planet Hollywood.
Is
Okay.
that the go-to? Would you say for everyone to stay there?
It all depends on what you're in for.
Okay.
If you're a younger guy, a younger girl, and want to party, there's definitely a lot more casinos to like where Jason stayed.
Yeah,
Again, more family oriented, a little bit off the strip. But if you're going, you want to stay on the strip.
So
for younger.
Yeah, speaking of that, if you do have family, what is there to do for like what kids? Because is there like
There's so
amusement
much.
parks?
There's so much. Even not so much like in Las Vegas per se, but if you drive 15, 20 minutes out, everything.
Yes.
You name it, they have it.
Yeah.
You want to jump off a building, like what is that called?
Skydiving?
Base
Base-
jumping.
Yeah.
Base-
Base jumping?
You can do that. You want
Really?
You want to fly helicopters all over the place? You could do it. You want to rent
know-
ATVs in the desert,
Yeah.
shoot guns, whatever you
Okay.
want to do. Zombie apocalypse stuff, whatever, paintball, everything.
Zombie
There's
apocalypse stuff.
everything.
Any type of weapon you
Yeah,
want
you
to
can
shoot.
go out there and
Where's,
shoot it and all that
Yeah, they
stuff.
got a place that you can go that any weapon that you can think of, you can shoot.
Tommy guns, whatever you want
Yeah,
to shoot.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shoot.
I do remember a buddy of mine going out there and he going to a range and he's shooting all different types of weapons and all that stuff.
And then any type of vehicle you want to rent.
Yep.
Lamborghini, whatever you want to rent.
They also have a NASCAR test track. You
Really?
can race,
Where's
drive NASCAR cars.
Wow.
What kind of cars is it? Just NASCAR?
I've never done
more
it.
like
'cause
the NASCAR.
it was like $500. So
What about monster trucks? I want to drive a monster truck. Can I do that in Vegas?
I don't know.
Come on,
I'm
you
sure
can
you
do
can.
anything in Vegas.
I'm
You
sure
can't
you
drive a
can.
monster truck?
I can't see myself spending $500 to drive a car around when I could
So-
put it on a blackjack table.
Yeah, I've got a
Hey,
I've got a
we'll-
tough
we'll
question
get in
for
there.
Gus here. Real tough, very hard. You might or may not be able to answer. Does everything that happened in Vegas stay in Vegas? Real tough.
I'm sure it doesn't. You know.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to myth bust this thing.
I'm
I'm
sure
on
people
it.
come home with like syphilis.
Maybe it should stay in Vegas. Is what you're
Actually,
saying.
keep that.
You gotta think about it. There's millions of people that visit
There.
their conventions and
There's Freddie
What's,
trolling
what's-
people again.
What's that bronze line? Is it MGM?
What's that?
It's like a bronze lion statue.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I didn't see
Wow.
it. Yeah, I was at MGM. I didn't see that.
I thought there was like a bronze lion statue.
Nah, I didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been to Vegas 6, 7 times, 8 times. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that's at. Again, I've never been there, so
Oh, okay.
the stuff that I looked at, there was a bronze lion statue. So that's what I was kind of wondering about.
Oh, lion.
yeah.
Lion.
Oh,
yeah,
bronze lion statue.
that's
Yes,
MGM.
yes,
That's
that is.
Yeah,
MGM,
yeah.
yes.
So from what I
I
read,
thought you meant a bronze lion.
yeah,
Like a line, like a line in the sand.
Yeah,
I don't know if there he is.
Oh,
Where you
okay.
drawing the line in the sand.
So-
you mean an animal lion? Got you.
so from what I read, that was the largest bronze statue in the United States, is what I read.
Well, what about that? What about the bull in Chicago? Is that Chicago?
I heard that
Or no,
that's
that's
the,
the bean. The bean is in Chicago. There's a bull in I think New York.
The bull's in New York.
Yeah, the bulls.
Yes,
in
my
New York.
bad.
It's
I apologize. But the bean is in Chicago.
Okay.
so,
Talk about that.
Las Vegas. Like there's depending on where you want to stay or how much you want to pay. There's
Yeah.
there's luxury rooms. There's it all depends on what you want to stay. Listen, you get a room. You're
Not really.
you're there to
indoors.
sleep, shower, and whatever extracurricular
go back to
activities you want to
gambling.
do. So
So I got a different take on it. I'm more or less a comfortable
Yes.
person.
yeah, you want
so-
to chill.
Yeah,
you
so
want to
I
relax
like,
a little bit.
Yeah, I like when I go back. I like my environment to be really nice.
Bowl,
And-
watch a movie,
Yeah.
or both.
Yeah.
And that's
You
the
want
thing,
options.
Like, there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
Whether
Yes.
you want that or you just want it like me. I just want to sleep. Now I want the room to be clean and nice, and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I've stayed in every aspect of rooms, so
Vegas and all that stuff. And,
I can't see myself paying like $1,000 a night.
nah.
And
Oh yeah.
So
That's-
on my trips to Florida, we would call where he liked to stay a rollover dad. So you got 2
roll
beds.
over, Dad.
Dad, roll over.
Yeah, roll over,
Roll
Dad.
over,
Come
Dad.
on. That's so funny.
no, I don't know.
But they have quite a few different theme casinos down
Yes.
there, right? They have like a flamingo one.
Yep.
They have like the Luxor, which is the pyramid.
Pyramid, yeah.
From,
New York, New York is
New York.
is
New
like
York.
New York.
They got
So
a Paris one.
from what I heard was they actually have flamingos in the flamingo.
yes, they do. They have
Whoa.
real flamingos.
I actually heard that.
So they're
No, they do.
walking. They're walking around, or are they in
So they have like a I don't know if it's a sanctuary, but in the
Yeah.
middle there's a like,
observation or something?
yeah, there is flamingos and birds and.
In the actual hotel, have you?
Well, not in the hotel per se, but they have a outdoor area where.
Yes. Were they okay?
So is
That's
it like-
interesting?
Animal Kingdom Disney, and you look out, there's animals.
Yeah, flamingos and birds, other birds, fish. You're not going to
They
see
have-
you're not gonna
okay.
see a bronze lion.
So they have birds or fish?
both. They have fish,
Fish birds.
in the water.
They have fish birds.
Anyway. So you guys are here, a guest on here. You've been to Vegas.
Yes.
The main thing to do in Vegas is what? Gamble.
Yes.
Well,
one of the main things.
Yeah.
One of the main things. Yes.
I think he was telling me before that there's something that you missed when you went to Vegas, which is huge.
What, the Grand Canyon?
No, is it
Yeah.
prostitutes.
the water? What is it? The fountains?
Oh, I'm sorry.
the
Yeah.
fountains,
Yes.
the Bellagio.
Yeah, the
You know what I'm
Bellagio.
talking about?
Bellagio
So,
fountain. Okay.
so to elaborate on that, basically what happened was we went the week of the draft.
Okay.
So the fountains were closed because they were actually building the stage for the draft.
Oh wow! Right on.
And so I actually saw the cranes and how they were building the stage and all that good stuff like that. But I didn't get to watch the fountain sway and all that good stuff
Oh,
like
wow.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
From what I was reading, and I don't know if you guys heard about this, but where the fountains, I was told not to go into the fountains
Oh, because of the water?
because of the water.
Yes, yes.
So did you guys hear similar things like
Well,
that?
they generally don't let you in the fountain.
But they're saying if you wanted to go in, don't go in because they use like
You want
they
to go
use-
swimming in fountains? You want to go swimming in fountains?
But people go out there, have a good time, and
Yes.
jump in the fountain. But I heard that they use like gray water, which is like used water from
Well, it's like recycled water.
Yeah,
recycled water from the
water,
showers,
yeah.
tubs, everything from around there. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but I guess I gotta agree with you. I mean, at this stage of the game, at our age, not saying that we old, I'm not looking to run through no.
You can do the fountains.
like Freddie over here, he'll probably get lingered up. He'll be naked running through. He'll be streaking right through the fountains.
but I think they're basically saying like anyone who thinks like having fun, like it's probably not a good idea because
But
it's
you
recycled water.
understand.
Nah, that is fun,
But you understand.
but at a cost.
Right.
Yes.
There are laws.
And when you
In
spend,
Vegas still.
spend the night in the Clark County jail, you're
Yeah, man.
Or you wake up with strip throat.
Drinking from the fountain.
I think Gus spent a night there.
Right?
Gus, did you spend a night in
some
the-
of that dirty water in your mouth and then
Have I spent the night in the Clark County jail? No.
He spent the night there. It sounds
No,
like
I
he
did not.
has.
No.
I know my limits. I know my limits.
man.
I'm there to have fun. And people have always people ask me, why do you go to Las Vegas to gamble? That's gambling's actually secondary out there. There's so much to do between
you're
shows
saying.
and
Yeah.
strip clubs and more clubs and day clubs and
Nightclubs.
So-
nightclubs.
so
There's
why-
so
afternoon
much
clubs?
to do. Like,
Have you heard
So
afternoon
while I was
clubs?
out there,
afternoon clubs.
so while I was out there, I was celebrating my 56th birthday, 35th anniversary, wedding anniversary.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate that. My kids for my birthday bought me tickets to the Blue Man, which was an excellent show.
The Blue Man Group. I definitely want to see
that
that.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
And I also would recommend to see Circus Soleil. I also
Yeah.
got to see that also.
I saw Circuit the Dreams here in
Okay.
Atlantic City. And that was
Okay.
mind blowing. That was really
Yeah,
cool. I definitely like that.
The Blue Man Group.
Off the
You
chain.
can't sit in the front row, right?
Well, I sat in the fourth row, but they do give the people that sit in the
Plastic.
first three rows the plastic.
Yeah.
Because it gets out of hand.
It gets out of hand, but you know what? At the show that I was on, they really didn't need it.
Okay.
It's more of a precautionary
So they
thing.
kind of like
Yeah. Yeah, I guess people that
held
are
back
dressed
a
up
little
really
bit, you
nice,
think?
stuff like that.
No, what I think is did you watch any of the draft? Because they had the Blue Men actually on the draft.
No,
I didn't
watch
see
it.
that part.
All right, so part of their show is like, let's say they got this canvas in front of them, paintballs in their mouth, and they literally make a painting. So precautionary reasons, they'll have you wear that stuff in case some of the paint or whatever gets on it. But it's amazing the stunts and the things that these guys
very
do.
spectacle, all that stuff, just to see and all that. Interesting.
If I'm paying all that money to see them, I don't want pain on me. I don't want that chance.
Nah,
Sorry.
but you got to sit back.
Yeah. I'm not going there to put plastic on.
Nah.
But it's funny to watch those people do it. Then I bet.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was funny from where I was sitting because I didn't have to put it on.
I don't want any chance of getting hit with paint. No, I'm good.
But
So would you recommend, if you go to Vegas, would you recommend that someone goes and sees a show? Is that a must do?
yes, if a must do to me is three things. We saw, now I didn't get a chance to go to the Grand Canyon because of winds. Yeah. So like a little wind here in New Jersey, it's like a huge windstorm there for some reason, which I didn't understand, but they literally shut everything down when it gets windy. Yeah. So I would recommend the Blue Men. I would recommend wherever you could see the Cirque du Soleil, make sure you see that. I went to another show or exhibit, the Titanic exhibit.
Wow.
And I also went to a human body.
I saw the bodies exhibit as well.
Yes.
That was interesting.
It wasn't incredible.
That was fascinating just to see the human body. And,
Yes.
and like we take, what can I say? We don't really think about the small, minor things that actually make the human body actually work and everything. And to see that, it was mind blowing.
It was mind blowing.
Yeah, I would suggest that before the Titanic. I saw the body.
So inside the Lexor, it's a combination of both tours.
Okay.
So you can go through the human body exhibit, and then once you get done that, you can go to the Titanic. The Titanic, I did the Titanic when it was down in Florida.
Yeah.
But in this particular one, they actually had a piece of the Titanic.
Wow.
Yeah. And they told you not to touch it because the oils from your hand and stuff like that will decay the metal and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you touch it?
No. I followed the rules.
Did you try? Were you like looking around?
I did.
I know.
I'm that guy when it says, don't do something.
Don't
push this button. He's pushing the button. Sounds like a lot like this guy over here. This guy's putting buttons that don't need to be pushed.
I touched it.
So then, what would you recommend? Would you agree with his recommendation of you had to see the Blue Man Group? I'm not saying that he's not wrong. I'm just saying,
you
what would
definitely
you
have to see a show? Because I recommend Cirque du Soleil.
Yes.
Definitely Cirque du
over
Soleil.
the Blue Man Group?
Me
definitely.
personally, I
Yes,
just
all
like
matter
that.
and
I just like
everything
that.
are amazing.
Well, first of all, it depends too on who you're going with.
This
If
is
it's
true.
a bunch of guys,
Yeah, you're
you
probably not going to
gotta
go there.
you gotta add a fourth thing to the list. So
Yes.
if you're going with your girlfriend or your wife, there's certain things you can't do.
Well,
Unless your wife or
obviously,
your
You
girlfriend's
can't,
into-
you can't
unless your
go to
wife
the
or
Blue Man
girlfriend's into
Group,
that,
obviously. So
But yeah, a show, which you can find tickets real cheap. A show,
absolutely.
I would. Grand Canyon's far.
It
It's
is.
like 8 hours.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
But the many times I've been in Las Vegas, I've never seen the Hoover Dam. So,
oh, yeah, that's right.
and
Hoover
that's
Dam.
only
Whose
like
dam?
an hour.
Hoover Dam.
Oh, Hoover's.
You ever hear of it?
yeah, I have. I just was making sure who's Sam. You didn't say.
It's drying up. And it's just like a lot of it's just like relaxing.
Yeah, I got you.
Just you're not
You're on vacation.
not going to see everything in one
So-
sitting. In one day, you're not going to see everything.
Then it's
There's a
like
lot to
most
see in Las
places.
Vegas. There's a lot
It's
to
probably
see.
like most places, like New York, everything else like that. You're
There's
not going to
so
see
many
everything.
casinos. Like I said, you don't even have to gamble. Just to walk through these casinos and see what's in them.
Now, from what I hear, is there an old town?
Yes.
Like an old section
It's
and
called-
then the strip,
it's
right?
called Fremont Street.
Fremont Street.
That's considered the old strip.
Okay. And
So
that's,
they have a little bit down there. It's like a 15-minute drive, but
Gotcha.
down there is a lot of the cheaper casinos.
I gotcha.
That's where you find the
That-
$2.99 shrimp cocktail, which I would advise against.
oh, yeah. No,
wanna come back
$2.99
with
shrimp
salmon.
cocktail.
But you wouldn't advise going there.
The $4.99 steaks. No. I mean, but
But would you still recommend someone checking that out?
yes,
on-
because there is a lot to do down there. There is a lot.
Well,
to
it's
do
a lot of history, right?
Yes,
Since you're a history man.
yes. There's a lot down. That's where the Las Vegas started. Right.
The
there.
original strip,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Interesting. I like
I
that.
don't know a lot about Vegas, but what's that beam that shoots up?
That's from the Luxor.
Yeah.
The Luxor.
Luxor Light from
Yes.
Luxor.
So I read, and I don't know if you guys know this, I read that that costs $51 an hour to run.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And not that that's crazy expensive, but they're running that. When do they run that? Like,
They run it at
1,000-watt light bulb.
I mean,
Yeah.
I heard that costs like $51 an hour. About.
They must be doing something right because it's still there.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
and
what,
maybe with technology, maybe they're using LED lights by now.
well, they don't have to change the bulb as much.
Yes.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, they got my $51 a couple times.
But it's an experience and all that stuff.
Yes,
yeah.
actually, when you go into the
Does
Luxor,
that- when
the
does that turn
inside is
off?
like the plumber.
Yes.
Does that run all night? Do you know?
I don't know, but I did actually visit the Luxor, spend time. Like I mentioned before, the two exhibits, the human exhibit and the
So that's
Titanic.
in there.
That's
It's
in there,
inside
yeah.
the Luxor.
So you have to go there.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, I see why now.
You know, my wife is a teacher. She teaches history. So us going to that Luxor was like really inspiring for her.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we took a lot of pictures so that she could go back and show her students. So
That's cool.
that out of all the casinos I visit, I think that was one of the best, but it's also one of the oldest. So the clientele, basically what I learned when I was in Vegas is that the clientele, you can tell by the money that they spent on the hotels. Do you understand? So so it was a different clientele in the Bellagio.
Yeah, it's
The Bellagio was beautiful on the inside. It had all these expensive stores and all types of stuff like that. So it was a different clientele in the Bellagio than it was in the Luxor.
Yeah.
the Luxor has Five Below, so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Exactly.
Bellagio has
Yeah,
Gucci.
so,
Okay.
so,
Gotcha.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is a like when you fly into Vegas,
Yeah.
if you fly in at night,
You see everything, right?
yeah,
Yes.
you're flying for 3 hours, you see nothing.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden,
Yes.
all these lights, and you
Yes.
start to get a little antsy, and
Do we know how long that Vegas Strip is?
yeah, it's
Five-
5 hours, 5.5 hours there,
yeah.
4:45.
I mean, how long is the actual strip of casinos?
Mile-wise. Knowledge.
no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I know Atlantic City's only like maybe a mile,
Mile or
if
something
that,
like that.
if
Yeah,
that.
if that. Yeah.
I know Las Vegas is probably 7 times more, if not more than
More
that.
than
I don't
that.
know for sure.
But see,
but
I mean, if I had to guess, I would say maybe 8 miles long, maybe
I-
10.
You can't walk it straight direct
No.
No,
because you have to go over some of the busy roads. You have to go over.
on the
Overpasses.
walk,
Yeah,
the
so
walk,
up,
walk
up,
thing
down.
said
So
they
it's-
have. Yeah.
I gotcha. So one of the main topics here is you guys like playing poker.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, school me a little bit because I've worked in a casino for a little bit and I've only known a few things about like maybe 5-card stud or Texas Hold'em.
What'd you call me?
That.
2-card stuff.
There ain't no.
that's right. Okay.
Zero. That's a zero stud. Zero stud for
I
this
think
guy.
it's 7-card stud, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay.
It
Well,
is your
see,
bad.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
really know. That's why I got you guys here. I feel like you guys,
So,
especially you, avid.
so
player.
Gus
Yeah.
would maybe have more knowledge of the different types of poker games than I do. I taught myself how to play Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
Once I learned how to play that, I stopped playing all table games,
Yes.
slot machines, everything. I'm done.
You only play Texas Hold'em.
Nah, that's all I play.
Okay.
So that's pretty much all I know about.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, like Omaha and all of
Nah,
that.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't play them. Just like he said, just Texas Hold'em.
And it's Texas Hold'em?
What's the biggest game to play?
What's that?
What's the biggest game
Texas
to play?
Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em.
So then that would make sense.
Yeah.
Why you'd want to do that?
Well, they have other games like he's 7-card stud, Omaha, and
Bunch of different.
yeah,
ones.
different.
Yeah.
But I didn't never learn how to play these
Yeah.
games. So
I got you.
And within Texas Hold'em, there's still like, I know Jason's a cash player.
yes,
I'll play cash. I'm not very good at it.
Okay.
I do a lot of tournaments. That's my thing. I do tournaments.
Did you play World Series of Poker?
I did.
Ooh. Wow. Interesting.
so that's on my bucket list, just like Vegas. So
Yeah.
Vegas is now checked off. It's a $10,000 buy-in.
Wow.
That's what you spend your retirement money.
Yes, so
Wow.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
$10,000
it's a $10,000
They
buy-in.
have other ones also. Like
Yeah.
it's a about a 6-week thing where
I got you.
they usually have about 60 events, and they range from 500 to actually there's $1 million buy-in for one. So
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
not there yet. Not there yet.
Yeah, that was one of the things. I wrote some interesting facts about poker and all that stuff, and one of it was the first $1 million game took place in 2012. Do you know about this? Did you play in that game?
No. That's it was called like the one drop for. See, they did one for $1 million, and they donated like 10%
Yeah.
to a charity or
Was
something.
that it? I'm not sure.
yeah,
I'm not
was
sure
that
either.
the Chris?
Yeah,
Was that the Chris Moneymaker?
yeah.
I
The
think
buy-in
so.
was $1 million. Wow. But you got to understand, a lot of these guys, it's not like they're putting up $1 million of their own money. So they're getting like
Sponsors.
Sponsors.
Yes.
So like,
Yes.
if he does win,
He's donating this money to
and
yes,
he's splitting it
stuff like
between
Yes.
some
Sponsors.
people.
So when they
Backers. Call them backers.
say that's $1 million win or whatever, is that the buy-in?
The buy-in is $1 million.
So when they say that, that means
man.
that means that the buy-in is $1 million.
Yeah. So
Yes.
if you get 50 people, that's $50 million,
50 million.
and they'll probably play like 10 people. So first place may get $7-8 million.
wow.
But again, he's not putting up $1 million of his own money.
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
He's probably got 4 or 5 people putting in 250,000.
Or you'll see, if you guys may be familiar with the different players that sit at the table,
Yeah.
you'll see them with Poker Stars or some type of well-known name.
Gotcha. Yeah.
They're being sponsored by those
Yes.
guys.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering why Gus didn't wear your tournament jersey here. I'm very upset by that.
Tournament jersey.
I didn't. To be honest with you,
You
so
didn't plan for this?
So when you go there, they have like they sell stuff, but I can't see myself paying $50 for a T-shirt.
But you had it. Don't you said you didn't pay. You have it. I know you have
It
it.
also doesn't
He's
fit.
he's saving all his money just to play.
No, he has a legit jersey.
The T-shirt does not fit.
But was that your T-shirt jersey?
It fit 10 years ago. It doesn't fit no more.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Enough of that.
The
Freddie.
pockets. His pockets grew too much. He can't wear a T-shirt over the pockets.
No, my belly grew too much.
Oh, man.
As with us all.
Join the club.
definitely.
Yeah.
We all working on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. So one of the other interesting facts that I found out, poker is over 1,000 years old.
Yes. Possible.
Really?
Did you know that?
Nah,
Or
I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
did not know that. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, this is the internet, so the internet can say whatever it wants, really. But this is something that I saw on one of the checklists, and
Okay.
I figured like some of these interactions would be, to get your opinions and all that stuff.
So what would be 1,000 years ago?
Well, we're in 2022, so
Let's do math.
yes,
Come on, Freddie.
We're gonna break this down for a second because
Go ahead, break it down.
so what I'm wondering is that obviously they didn't have playing cards. So what I'm wondering is how did they play poker, or how they come up with that? Is what I'm saying.
Well,
So
that's
1,000
something-
years ago, which I'm sure you're probably about to tell me.
No, I'm not. 'Cause I didn't go that far.
I figured you wouldn't.
Well, if
I
you,
wish.
if you use
I
my
don't think it was
superpower, you can-
1,000 years ago. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. I think
I think
that's
it's a little
that's one of
elaboration.
those internet facts.
Yeah.
I would go guessing 1800s, somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
When
I'd have to
West
think so, too.
gambling, all that good stuff like that.
1800 sounds
yeah,
right.
yeah,
I would
yeah.
say so, too.
Yeah, if I had to throw a dart, I'll say around
Yeah.
1800, somewhere
Yeah.
in
But
there.
I agree with that.
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Also here, the longest running poker game that was played lasted for 8 years.
Is that
No.
possible?
Is that possible? Have you ever played?
I would give up.
Yeah,
I
and
say, how would you?
like I play chess also,
Yeah.
so I know you could run a chess game for 8 years,
Yes.
but a poker game,
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so. Nah,
After,
so.
after
because
2 hours of playing Monopoly, I'm ready
Yeah.
to quit. You want
Yeah,
to
but
Because-
is that possible if you have a bunch of people doing that? Is that a possibility?
I don't think
Because I know
so.
people that play for.
you know what? It could be. I wouldn't deny the fact that it's not a possibility,
Okay.
but I would say who would want to do it? I wouldn't want to do it.
So if there's a tournament, is there switching people
Well, that's
in
what I'm
and
saying.
out?
Like a tournament, like we're playing in a tournament and there's like 500 other tables that are
Right.
playing. You see what I'm saying? Like we win and then we go on to the next one.
So that-
and then that's next month.
So that sounds like you describing like a World Series of poker.
Yes.
So what happens in a tournament? So let's just say there's 500 people.
Yeah.
All right. The last tournament I did was in a World Series of Poker. It was in October. It was 5,300 people. All right.
Wow.
So that's over the span of 3 days. So as they condense down, so usually you play about 12 hours a day. The first day is 12 hours. Whoever's left goes to the second day, and then the third day they usually play down to the winner. Wow. So you have to make your way through 5,000 people in that particular
Pretty much,
tournament.
And be dedicated.
Right.
I mean,
now you're playing.
That's a lot.
Yeah, to play for that long.
So if there's unlimited resources, can people keep coming back?
What do you mean, like rebuy back in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're depending on the structure of the tournament, some of them are called freeze outs where that's it. You just buy in once and that's it. Some of them are unlimited and people just keep doing that. They just keep rebuying.
So what's the difference between freeze outs and unlimited? What makes that difference?
So you play a little different. So if I know that if I have $1,000, and that's the way I like to play, people play different. So if I have $1,000 buy-in, I know that's all I'm buying it for. $1,000. That's it. Once you bust out, that's it. You can't rebuy back in.
Right.
But if somebody has the bankroll to repeatedly buy in for $1,000, you normally play. You go all in with hands you normally wouldn't because you're trying to get as many chips as you can.
I gotcha.
So, and just like Jason will say that you'll see people play hands that you normally would not play. But if that is it, you're not coming back, you can't play, you play a little different.
A little tighter.
Yeah.
And so he's more of a tournament player. I'm more of a cash player. I've only played one tournament since I've been playing poker. And I actually did pretty well. I think I ended up I forget how many people was in a tournament. I ended up 7th. So what happens is, and the reason why I think that's a misnomer is because we played till like, I think 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. We probably started around 7 or 6. And what happened was everybody was so tired at the table that we agreed to chop the pot up.
I gotcha.
All right. So when you agree to chop the pot, sometimes it works even better to your favor. So once they agreed to chop the pot, you could see your ranking on the board. It's called a scoreboard, and you can see how much you would get paid. So you look at the people, you look at the size of the chips that they have. So let's say at that time, out of the 7 people, I was in last place. I was number 7. So I could look up on the board and I could see I was only going to get $700 if I busted out at 7.
Yeah.
So of course I was more than willing to agree to chop, and I ended up walking away with $1,300.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So especially if you're like towards the bottom, you make out. But if you're the guy with all the chips, I did that once. I had all the chips, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'd play it to the end, and I ended up winning. So
can we talk about our biggest payout here? Can we talk about that?
Can
we discuss this?
Are we talking poker or
any type of game? Can we talk about what's the most that you've won? Can we talk about that? Can we discuss
yes,
this?
We can talk about that. So most I've ever won in one night, I would say, is maybe $4,000. Once I won $3,000 just sitting at the table. So what they have is something called a bad beat. Gus is familiar with this. How bad beat works is you have 2 winning hands that can probably beat any other hand on the table or at the table.
Yeah.
And these 2 hands come up against each other, and the loser actually becomes the winner. And that's why they call it the bad beat. So to give you guys an example, you would have 4 jacks, which was quad jacks, against, let's say, 4 sixes, which is quad sixes. So the person, let's say Gus would have the sixes, he would actually be the winner, and I would be the loser. So the pot is divided into 20 for the winner, 40 for the loser, and then the table splits the other 40%. So that's 100%.
Wow.
So even that 40%, Gus and I still get a part of that. So I was sitting at the table, and it was a small pot, but I end up walking away with $3,000 just sitting at the table. Just sitting at the table.
Wow.
Now it's hard for someone to get 4 of a kind.
Yes.
Somebody else get 4 of a kind. When you get 4 of a kind, you think you're going to win. It doesn't matter what.
Yes.
But you're hoping when you hit for 4 of a kind, you're hoping the other person has a 4 of a kind.
Yes,
because
definitely.
you don't care what's in the pot. You care about the bet.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
So I end up one night down at the Borgata, staying down all night on a 1-2, and sometimes you just go on a winning spree. Like every card you get is hitting it, and then everybody wants to challenge you because they want to take that stack back from you. And that night, your stack just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's
but
it,
the
man.
key that
Those are
I
my
say to all gamblers is you have to know when to walk away.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of times with poker is it's not even so much about the money. It's you just want to beat that guy.
That guy.
If
It's
you
the
can win
thrill,
$1,
yes.
you just want to beat that. You just want to beat him.
Yeah,
That's it.
man.
And it's even better when you beat somebody and you beat them with nothing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if poker is, I wouldn't say per se a sport, but it's definitely,
It's that thrill.
yeah, it's
excitement.
popularity.
Yeah. It's like
It's a
just beating
sport.
somebody.
It's
A lot of it's a mental fuck.
it's like chess. Like you can watch people play chess. They're not winning money. They're just playing chess
Yeah.
on the.
Yeah.
Same thing with poker.
You want to beat that person.
So I also play chess too. It's basically the same gratification from both. But what you don't want to run into is chasing after a pot or chasing after a player. So
Yeah.
as Gus and I continue to play this game, you have to pay attention to the lessons that you're learning from each game. So when you first start out, somebody takes all your money, you go back, get and you chasing after this person, and they continuously take your money and take your money. So it's a lot of lessons learned, but the one thing I like about poker is you get to learn how to read people. And the better you are at reading people, the higher your stack gets.
Gus,
Wow. Yeah. That's
poker
good.
face right now.
I don't have one.
That's his face.
What is it?
Yeah,
You can read me like a book. You can read me like
So you don't have a face. You don't have anything.
I don't have it. You know, a lot of times when I'm at the poker table, I really don't pay attention. Sometimes I don't have the patience to pay attention. I'm watching, like, I'm catching up on a TV show. I'm watching, listening to some music.
So when they're watching you, are they reading you or not at all?
Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of like a good distraction because if you're focused listening to music or something like that, it changes your mood.
What I sometimes do is, so I have headphones similar to this, and I'll put them on, but I won't have anything on, so they think I'm not paying attention.
Exactly.
But I am.
Yep. See, that's
And I'm just the opposite. I'm paying attention to everybody, everything, all moments.
So can you be read? Can you be read more easily, if that makes sense?
No, I can't. It's not a lot of African Americans that actually play this sport or game. Okay. So sometimes a lot of people will underestimate you. I'm not going to lie to you. So that's one of the advantages that I have playing poker.
Yeah.
But I can't say I've never been read because anybody could be read at any certain time. But I try not to be read. I changed my game up. Some people will tell you not to get involved in every hand. I get involved in every hand. Like I play every single hand.
I like to play people like that. You said being underestimated. Like, people do that too when females show up at the table too. They underestimate females.
You can't underestimate anybody.
No. And I dislike. I mean, nothing against females, but I dislike playing with females because I lose against them all the time. Either they're over aggressive, under aggressive, you can't read them, and they end up taking your money.
So wait, hold on. So like a marriage. I just want to make sure. I had to do it.
It all depends on who you married to. You gonna get that money up anyway. You giving that money up anyway.
You giving it up anyway. Let's be honest.
Jeez, Freddie. Gonna ruffle some feathers.
I like that.
I like throw that out there.
I like that bomb.
We can all deny it, but we have to throw that out there.
You only got 2 married men sitting there. I like that bomb.
That's a poker face. See that?
That's it.
That's a poker face. That's the poker face.
I knew you could bring him out.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's the poker face.
What are you doing? What he said was that's a poker face. You gotta have discipline and a lot of patience because, like what he said, like in the beginning when
it's like
I started
a marriage,
learning,
right?
Yeah, when I started playing,
A lot of this.
Yes.
I mean,
A lot of patience.
Yeah, I was playing poker's no picnic. That's all I want to say.
you gotta like when he said like somebody takes your money, like you can't. I used to be like, oh, I need my money back. I want that. I want to take it from him. But it's like you got to play the long game. Like, if you have time, like tonight, I might go play poker. I might play for so the sun comes up.
I might go with him.
So
I might not. Yeah.
So you don't know. Like if cards are running good, you stay, and you got to know when to leave.
So do you move from table to table? Let's say this is the game.
I'm too lazy.
Do you leave or something like that?
I move from table to table only if I realize that the people at the table are playing too tight. So what that means is you'll sit down at the table and you'll see that the majority of people only waiting to get good cards. Like they never play any hands. And that's why I like poker, and that's why I like paying attention to people.
I'll leave, and I know you could pick up on this, is sometimes when you go down there, you see the same people.
Right.
Sometimes you'll see the same, especially if you go during the day.
Right.
You'll see the same people. And if they're all friends, they're not going to take money from each other.
Yes.
But if they see him or me,
they're going to get
they're
you.
They're kind of working together, but they're not. But you can see where it's called cheating.
They're cheating.
Is that working to their advantage pretty much?
Well, so me and him had a discussion about this before, and this is what I told him about that. I don't mind people cheating at the table. At the end of the day, you got to get the cards in order to cheat me out of my money.
Yeah, true.
So even if they are cheating, which I have sat at tables with people cheating and still won, the key is you got to get up when you win.
Yeah.
So if you sit there long enough with these cheaters, eventually they're going to take your money.
Get you.
And you could be the best poker player in the world. You still got to be lucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need a little bit of luck. You got to have there's a little bit of luck in there, which.
How much luck would you say? Like 20% luck, 80% strategy kind of thing? What would you say?
Depends on how.
So the saying is that I believe I'd rather be lucky than skilled.
Right.
All right. Gotcha. So the people that are skilled will say, no, you need skill, you need the training, you need this. But at the end of the day, with all those skills, if you're not getting the cards, it doesn't mean anything.
You're not getting nothing.
Yeah. Zero.
And that's the thing. You can sit there for, I mean, I've never done it, but you could sit there for like an hour and get no good cards.
Yeah.
And see, he likes tournaments and I like cash games. So the reason why I don't like tournaments, because you sit there all that time.
A long time, yeah.
And you can bust out and then you end up with nothing.
But I know if I'm buying in for a tournament for $500, that's it.
Okay, I understand.
You gotta
I think we've all been in a situation where, I got $300. Now I got
a rebuy. Yeah,
that's why a rule of thumb that I have is when I go to a casino, whether it's poker, gambling, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I walk in with $500.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I got one question for him, not to take your job.
No, go right
But
ahead.
how long did it take him to get to that discipline stage? It takes a long time.
I'm sure.
It takes a long time.
But once you get to that stage, like even if you have to like leave your wallet in your car, whatever you got to do.
Everybody got to do that.
It's like, because if you have access to your money.
Oh yeah, no good.
You're gonna, especially like I've been into a casino and lost $500 in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yes.
So to drive 40 minutes.
But it happens,
yes.
To lose, and now you're like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Like, I gotta get my money back.
Yes.
Oh man, do you have all this? I didn't take off work to do this. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so you have a similar rule then?
Well, again, you learn these rules from trial and error.
Yeah. I got
so I won't say I'm past the point of leaving the wallet and the cards and all that, because I'll still go back and get the card or whatever. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of to the point where I'm more disciplined. So you'll start off with $300. So I said to him prior, I said, well, I'll get $300. He goes, that's all you're going to get? That's all I'm going to get.
that change later? Like a couple hours later?
So basically what happens is if you start playing and let's say I lose that $300, but I got a feeling that the cards are coming to me. I just got a feeling at the table, not vindictive, but just the fact that I can win my money back. Then I'll go and get another $200 and re-up. So I want to touch Vegas real quick. Yeah. So while I was in Vegas, I think I told Gus, but I'm not sure. The rules are kind of different than Atlantic City. So I befriended Mo. I forget his nationality, but I befriended a guy there, and he was kind of explaining to me exactly how things work. So I think I told Gus, I saw one guy showing another guy his hand at the table,
which you can't do.
Which you can't do.
If he does, can you say you want to see the hand?
So also? That's what I'm gonna say. So I told him I wanted to see the hand. So in Atlantic City, at most poker things, they'll just turn the hand over and let everybody see it. At this casino, they literally pulled his cards to the side, waited for the entire game to be over, and then just showed me the cards. So they will only show the person that requests to see the cards. Like I said, the place that we were staying at, it had its own casino in it. Yeah. So one night I stayed up all night and played poker from start to finish. Wow. Yeah, I didn't get back up to the room till like 10 o'clock.
Did you get back before your wife woke up? Or?
I got back when my wife woke up. I woke her up, and I was buying presents the whole
day. Let's go to breakfast.
Let's go to breakfast. I'm up
early. Your cut.
I got you. Here's your cut.
So how would that have gone if you didn't win, though?
Well, I keep an extra 100 in the side. Hey,
still pull it out.
Here's your cut. I won. Nah, but seriously, I let her know like I didn't do too well. Yeah. And so she supports me. She knows that this is one of my outlets, you know. And one time it was out of hand, but we got control of it now.
But
so
that's good.
But she gambles as well, right?
So yeah, she likes the slots, and she's very lucky on the slot. Her eye and hand coordination is pretty good. I'm not the slots. I can't do it. Once I taught myself how to play poker, I was done with every game in the casino because my philosophy with the poker is at the end of the day, you playing against one individual. You're not playing against 5 or 6 people. You're not playing against the deal or the house because they already take their cut.
Oh yeah.
So, if you want to call it a sport, I enjoy doing it. And I still got a lot to learn.
I noticed one thing is that Gus over here didn't say how much he won, so apparently must be a big secret or something over here.
Maybe he's hiding from his wife.
Oh yeah, I only won 500.
That's a twofold question. My wife, she likes to gamble as well.
Okay.
She likes to play blackjack.
Okay.
The biggest poker win was 4,100.
Wow.
It was a poker win.
Nice.
That's not too bad. That's not too far from you. I mean, I thought
to get that.
No, it was. I mean, you know, just like anything else, you win some, you lose some.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yes. So in the beginning, there was a lot of lose sums, but
yeah, it's a lot of learning.
Now it's
more win sums.
Yeah. It's been a good year. Good. I'm into like sports betting now. So
now,
right.
Not to get off the poker topic,
no
but
problem.
have you guys ever played craps?
I love craps.
Do you?
Why'd you whisper that? Don't whisper.
Craps. You need a lot of money to. You can win some real quick, lose some real quick.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah. It'd be interesting to learn.
Yeah,
how craps is being played.
Yeah, that's a fun, fast paced game. It's
okay.
So I know how to play craps, but I don't have the money to play craps. Like you said,
you need money.
It's a lot of bets. It's a lot of things you got to cover on the table.
Yeah.
So that's, again, once I learned how to play poker, I was done with every other table game in the casino.
I got you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The problem with Atlantic City is they only have 2 poker rooms. So
I got you.
You do some betting over there, man, or what?
No.
No?
You want to go play craps?
You gamble?
What are you doing tonight?
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
Do you gamble?
You're throwing all these questions out here. What are you doing?
Well, I worked in a casino.
Okay.
What's that mean?
So did I.
I worked in Harris Casino.
Oh, that's coincidentally where we might be going tonight.
What'd you do?
I started in security back in the day, and then I went into the count rooms. I was counting all the money.
Okay.
Count room mechanic, fixing the machines that count the money, and then I got into slot technician.
Okay.
That's actually pretty good job, I think. to
Yeah.
get into.
Yeah, slot technician and all that stuff. It was very interesting to see how the games work and all that stuff. And I saw way too many people losing all that time.
Okay.
And I was like, man, I worked so hard for my money
Okay.
just to like put it down on one bet and it'd all be gone. So I was very conservative and all that stuff. But a few times when my brother would come down, we played some slots, stuff like that.
You ever win?
Nothing. No, I didn't really win.
He's the
anything.
guy that says the machine malfunction. Sorry. He goes in and figures
since
it out.
he
Yeah. Oh, you didn't win 10 grand. Sorry. Machine malfunction.
That's only $10. You didn't pay $10.
So I was born and raised in Atlantic City and never worked in the casinos. Never. Yeah.
Okay.
We all sitting here made it out of the casinos, whoever worked in there, but I knew that it's definitely a trap.
Yeah,
It's definitely a trap to get caught up in those casinos.
I got a couple friends that work there. It's like, it's no good.
So no gambling for you then, huh?
No, I'll dibble dabble here and there, but I haven't played
What's a
since.
dibble
What's
dabble?
dibble dabble?
Yeah, what does that mean? Dibble dabble. I dibble dabble.
Okay,
So what, like $5?
We're still
I
talking
don't know,
about
man.
Tooth fairy money? What are you talking about?
Again, I don't have some money just to throw around.
You have real
right now.
world shit to worry about.
You know,
I do. I have real world shit to take care of. I got bills to pay. I don't have that money to
that's
throw
the
around
thing.
like
Like,
that.
so for some people, gambling is an outlet.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
For me, it is.
people,
Yeah.
Exactly.
people like to, go out and drink.
That's it.
People
Yes.
like to
That's
go to
enough.
concerts,
Yes.
sporting events.
Yes.
Like this.
I don't like
this. Is
This right here.
Yeah, but
with you guys, this is
Say
an
the
outlet.
outlet for
nice.
poker.
Yeah,
Nice.
this is
It's
an outlet for me,
Nice.
for my friends, for everyone to come here and talk about whatever you want to talk about, and it's gonna be fun and we're gonna have a good time.
and it's not like for me. I don't go every day. So Thursday is my day because I don't have to work.
So am I taking up your day?
No, they're open 24 hours.
Leave the lights on for you.
So
So
my
he
wife
can
is
dibble dabble here
Yeah.
while you guys.
So
You know what?
my wife knows it's nothing like I hide from her. She knows that
Yes.
Thursdays I'm
Same
usually
here.
going out.
Yep.
So that's
Gotcha.
my day to
Right.
do whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right. That's your
absolutely.
outlet.
And
there.
then usually we'll go together like Friday or Saturday.
That's cool.
So,
Good.
So
it's a good time.
that's basically the same with me. Let's say I'll go today or
Yeah.
I'll go tomorrow. Then Saturday will be my wife's day. Movies, whatever she want to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, that's good.
If I win, then it's all good because I'm not coming out of my pockets. And if I lose, I'm not losing my money that I'm supposed to be taking out of paying my bills. So I'm on the other side of bill paying. I don't have a lot of bills, but I don't have a lot of money to gamble either. So
I got you.
I believe that in order to reach the point that Gus and I have reached, you had to overcome some kind of real
Yeah.
addiction
It
to
was-
get here.
Well,
I
it was-
gotcha.
yeah, I mean, in the beginning,
it's
you don't know you're chasing your money.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
as you were
lose
saying,
$200.
a lot of people
you wanna-
chasing their money.
Yes.
Like, oh, I got to win that back.
yes,
Yeah. No.
And there's been plenty of times where I've like so it'll be a 40-minute drive for me. I've gone, like I told you, I've lost 500 in 10 minutes, but I've also won like 200 in 10 minutes.
Yes.
And I said, you know what?
I'm out.
I'm out. So I could be there for 15 minutes and come back.
But that takes discipline.
Right. And lately my wife's been doing pretty good with the blackjack. So
Okay.
it's about
You
time.
guys, but I do thank you guys for coming out here and support me with this, my outlet here. I do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your days and your lives and all that stuff. But I do want to say thank you very much, Jason.
You're welcome, Carl.
the
Appreciate
show.
it, man.
Thank you very much, Gus.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
I hope all my viewers out there, you guys got something out of this. Learn from these two great guys of the poker playing.
But before you end it, Carl, I'd like to thank you for dibble dabbling and
You know what, man?
for this dibble dabbling session we have here. I mean, it's no picnic, so thank you.
Yeah, me and Ronnie are going on a picnic.
I know, I
And
heard.
You
I
can
heard.
dibble dabble in that.
Can we dibble dabble on the picnic?
Well, thank you very much again, everyone. Thank you very much, guys. Please write a comment. Tell me what you guys thought about this. And I much